What up, YouTube? It's Two Fat Guys Pull Us, and before we get to our video, we wanted to let you know about our milestone giveaway for 1,000 subscribers.
We are giving away an Amazing Spider-Man issue number 4. This is the first appearance of Silk, the original Sin tie-in. I'm sure everybody is familiar with this book. This is a CBCS 9.8.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so...
Big boy.
This book is much hotter than it was when we first bought it for the show.
Yep, that's true.
You insist on still giving it away, and I'm very happy to do it.
You can tell that he is not. But anyway, we are giving this away when we hit 1,000 subscribers. Kick-ass, key issue, first appearance of Silk, is someone's going to win this book. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button, and let's get to the video, shall we? What up, YouTube? It's just Jim from Two Fat Guys Pull Us, and we've got another new comic book day video for you for the week of March 8th. And you're probably asking yourself, where's Nate? Well, Nate's not here today. He's got some business to take care of, so I'm running solo for this new comic book day video. But don't worry, he'll be back for our live show this Sunday, and we'll discuss all these comics that we're about to go over then. But before we start, I want to just remind you, make sure to hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, and give us a like. There's like over 60% of y'all that watch our videos that aren't currently subscribed to our show, so it'd be greatly appreciated if you hit that subscribe button, because we do give away slabs. We are giving one away at 850 subscribers, and you'll hear more about that later on in the show. But let's get this party started, and we're going to kick the show off with Amazing Spider-Man issue number 21 from Wells, and John Romita Jr. is back on the art after his long hiatus during the Dark Web event, so we're back to his artwork. You know my thoughts on that. Won't emphasize or go too much into that. But finally, 21 issues in, we're going to figure out what Peter did to have such a dysfunctional relationship with Mary Jane. Apparently, that is going to be revealed, even though it's been teased for a very long time with this Amazing Spider-Man run. But we're finally going to get it, and it's the story arc that we've been waiting for, apparently. So we'll see if it actually happens or if we're just going to get strung along like we have been for 21 issues. After that, we have Avengers, issue number 66, Avengers Assemble Part 8. And this is actually the final issue of Jason Aaron's Avengers run, but it is not the final part of the Avengers Assemble event that Jason Aaron's been doing. But this is the final event of his Avengers run. Mephisto's plan is in full force now, and we will see, if he's successful or not, if he can take down the multiverse and take down the 616. Who knows? We're getting a new Avengers comic in May, and I'm looking forward to that. I felt like, this run has definitely been strung out way too long, but the ending has been very strong. Jason Aaron has killed it with this ending, and so hopefully it lands on its feet. My biggest concern about this issue is that it doesn't feel like a proper ending. Because it is connected to another event, right? But hopefully it has a resounding ending, and more of the part 9 of Avengers Forever is more of an epilogue rather than the true ending to Jason Aaron's run. But only time will tell. After that, we have Fantastic Four issue number 5 from North. 4 issues in, we finally figured out where the kids were, where everybody's kids were. And now we're jumping into a new story arc, and it doesn't seem like there's much in the solicitations. If anything, there hasn't been a lot of mention of the kids and the family being disconnected. So we'll see if that gets resolved or we get some answers to that. North's run has been kind of up and down for me. I think the first issue was kind of meh, and it kind of got stronger as it went, but I'm hesitant. I'm not saying I'm pulling this book off my list, off my pull, but it's getting close. So outside of the Alex Ross covers, that's really the only thing that I'm kind of staying for. I just hope, it can get a little stronger. I hope North can stay grounded. Here's to hoping. Next up, we have Moon Knight, issue number 21 from McKay. This book has been absolutely fantastic. We're dealing with these random-ass characters and villains and vampires, and it's just a really cool underworld book. And I've never really been one to like vampires in my comics or werewolves or monsters, but this has been fantastic. McKay has been doing a great job with Moon Knight. I love the fact that he's about to be on Avengers. So Moon Knight has been a consistent awesome book in my poll, and same with Nate, and we can't recommend it enough. Apparently, we're dealing with a bagpipe player in this one that can control people and make them do things that they don't want to do. That just sounds awesome. So, potential pick of the week here, maybe? We'll see. All right, next up we have Nightcrawlers, issue number 2 from the Sins of Sinister event from Cy Spurrier. Issue 1, surprisingly, was really good, for me anyway. We're jumping 100 years into the future in this next set of tie-ins in the Sins of Sinister event. And, I'm looking forward to it, but I'm cautiously optimistic and a little concerned because Cy Spurrier's other X book that he's writing, Legion, is really dense. It's really thick, and it can be very confusing. And I'm just hoping that that doesn't happen here. There was a little bit that it kind of creeped in the first issue, but I felt like I could follow pretty well, so I enjoyed it. So I hope that me being able to follow it continues, and I don't get lost in the sauce, if you will. But this cover looks awesome. I mean, we got Thor, about to get beat the heck out of with his own hammer by a Nightcrawler Chimera. That sentence alone tells you that this book is insane. So, it's not for everybody, and that's okay, but I'm enjoying it currently, and I hope that continues. I hope that it doesn't get lost in the sauce that is Cy Spurrier's writing. All right, next up we have Scarlet Witch, issue number 3 from Steve Orlando. This has been a marvelous run. I don't want to say it came out of nowhere. I was reading his Marauders run, and that's been so good. So I'm hoping that we can continue Steve Orlando's I hope we can continue him knocking stories out of the park with characters that I don't want to say I'm unfamiliar with, but I'm just not in tune with as much as I should be. And Scarlet Witch, it's been great. If you're not reading the Scarlet Witch run, I think you're missing out. And we got Polaris kind of joining in the fray in this issue. And I want to see the sister team up, man. I want to see what they do. We'll have to wait and see what happens, man. This has been a great book, and again, I'll put it on there, even though I already said it. Maybe a potential pick of the week. It's really good. All right, next up we have Star Wars: The High Republic, issue number 6. We've got this continuation of this war that has been talked about for so long. I think it's the War of Jeddah or the Battle of Jeddah. The action has been steady in this second arc of the High Republic from Marvel, and I'm definitely here for it. We're getting a lot of mythos within kind of the beginning of, not the beginning of the Force and the Jedi, but it's definitely in its infancy, and it's a really good insight. I don't think this book is for everyone, but for anyone that's interested in the High Republic, I think this is a must read. And some crazy shit happened in 5. I remember that we had like a Force animal kind of manipulating people. So the Jedi have their hands full in this current little arc, and I feel like it's like we're gonna continue this constant ramification run here. The constant ramifications just falling from the sky, and I just think it's just gonna be big. It's just gonna keep on growing in this current arc right now. All right, our last Marvel book of the night, and that is X-Men issue number 20. We're continuing this little mini Brood event, and I think we're actually going to find out what happened to Brew and the King's Egg or the Queen's Egg, and with him taking over the Brood. But right now they're kind of going rogue, so we need to figure out what happened to him. The last issue was great. Cyclops and Wolverine and Synch were able to find Cyclops' dad. He was impregnated by the Brood. They had to do like a surgery right then and there. It was crazy. It was insane. So hopefully we get a little bit more clarity, and I think we will. Gary Jerry is killing it with this little tie-in with with Captain Marvel and Stephanie Phillips. So this has been really fun. I'm not gonna say I'm not the biggest Brood fan, but I'm in my infancy when it comes to the lore of them. But Nate has been singing high praises of this book lately, which is crazy to say because he is not a big Gary Jerry fan. So I think that's saying something, that Gary Jerry is firing on all cylinders currently with this little mini event, kind of self-contained within Captain Marvel and X-Men right now. So I won't go as far as to say that it's a potential pick of the week, but it'll be pretty damn close. Hey, I'm interrupting the video. Do you know why? Because I have something very, very important to tell you. I know you know about our sub giveaway goal of 1,000 subscribers when we give away this. I know you know about this one because we talk about it all the time. But let's talk about when we hit 850 subscribers and what we're giving away then. When we finally hit 850 subscribers, we're giving away this. A CBCS rated 9.8 retail incentive Green Lantern #1 with Jon Stewart on the cover. That's right, at 850 subscribers, we're giving this bad boy away. So make sure to smash that subscribe button, ring that bell, and give us a like, and let's get back to the video. All right, let's jump over to DC with a new #1 from Tom Taylor, and it's contained, or it's the branching off of the Dawn of DC, and that's Adventures of Superman Jon Kent, Road to Injustice, the next chapter in the saga of a super son. So we're, Kent is jumping into what would appear a continuation or into the Injustice storyline. I'm vaguely familiar with that. I think me and Nate may actually try to read some Injustice as something that we review on the side. It's a new segment that we've been talking about, and let us know down in the comments if you think we should start with Injustice. If you were here for our last live show, we talked about potentially picking a story, a potential omnibus or trades to read, and I think Injustice might actually be the one that we do, just because we have a book that we're currently about to read that is dealing with that event. So it looks like we might get a new power set here with Jon. My only disappointment with this book is it's a mini. I was hoping that it would just be a continuation or a new ongoing for Jon, and maybe it will, but I think it's currently solicited only as a mini, which is it's disappointing. So cherish it if this is a book that you've been looking forward to. All right, after that we have Batman issue 133 from Zdarsky. Still no Jorge Jimenez on the artwork. We've got this multiversal jump with Batman after fighting Failsafe. The story is okay. It's okay, but it definitely feels like Chip is being put into a box and being put to the side with his writing. Because I'm sure in the fall or right at the end of this, right before the end of the summer, we're gonna get an announcement that there's gonna be a new Batman book with a new creative team, and I really hope that's not the case, because I really do like Zdarsky's take on Batman, but I'm just not digging him dealing with the fact that he has to be in this little multiversal Elseworld story. It just doesn't feel like the Batman book that we've been reading for since we started the show. So I hope it has nothing to do with Zdarsky's writing style. It's just, it feels like he's been put in a box by DC, and I hope he gets that out soon, because I'm ready to get back to his groundbreaking stuff rather than this kind of holding pattern story arc of him not being Batman in a different universe. Like, I'm not really interested in that, but I'll read it either way. All right, our last book of the night is an independent book, and that is Clear from Dark Horse Comics, Scott Snyder. This book, now apparently it did come out in digital first about a year ago, but I read the solicitation. I didn't read it then, but I read the solicitations, and we're dealing with a planet or an Earth where people can view the world however they wish, whether that's post-apocalyptic or anime or just whatever you can think of. Your imagination can run wild and view the world the way you want to. But there's a group of people that don't do that, that want to be, I guess, pure, or want to see the world as it is, which is a dystopian disaster. But this sounds insane. It sounds interesting. I think Nate has already read it online, but I'm going to read it and just check it out. It's a new #1. It's Scott Snyder. I'm willing to give it a shot. I want to check it out. So, looking forward to it. But I'm cautious because Nate didn't seem to be too excited about it, but I don't know, man. The cover looks wicked crazy. So let's see what happens. All right, well, that's going to do it for this week's new Comic Book Day video for the week of March 8th. Let us know down in the comments, what are you picking up today? What are you reading first? And what's your potential pick of the week? Also, let us know, did we miss anything? Is there a book that you're like, man, why aren't you covering this book? Let us know down in the comments if there's something that we just got to go pick up and read. That we love to read those kinds of comments. Anyway, make sure to hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, and give us a like. It would be much appreciated. Once we hit 850 subscribers, you know what we're giving away. And then we're slowly inching towards our 1,000 subscriber milestone where we'll be giving away a pretty big book. You heard about that at the beginning of the video. We're getting close, guys. Let's just get it. Let's just get there. Let's get it done. We will catch you guys live this Sunday, 8:00 p.m. Central Standard Time, where we'll talk about all these books and more. If you got any questions, or we can talk about other things too outside of the pool. It seems like we kind of do that a lot lately now, where we're kind of branching out in discussions, which that's what we like. That's the whole reason for this, is to speak to the community, to have fellowship in that sense, and to be able to converse about our hobby in a positive manner. So hope to see you all there live, and I'm gonna go ahead and sign off because Nate's not here and I'm feeling lonely. So as always, fam, be kind to one another and read more comics.